everyone, how you doing? I thought I would come on today and talk about one of my favorite albums, and that is Tokyo Tapes by the band Scorpions. This is a 1978 live album that was released by the band. They had put out several albums before that. Lonesome Crow with Michael Schenker was their first release, and then they did Fly to the Rainbow, In Trance, Virgin Killer, Taken by Force. Those were all released prior to this one, and it has songs from all those albums on it. The band at the time was just phenomenal. You had Uli Roth on guitar, who's one of my all-time favorite guitar players. Just a brilliant player, kind of a mix between Hendrix with like the European classical influences. Never played any more notes than he needed to, but he can play a lot of notes when he wants to. Just an amazing player all the way around with a brilliant tone. And his playing on this album is just superlative. Klaus Meine is on vocals. And we have Rudolf Schenker on rhythm guitar, Francis Buchholz on bass, and Herman Rarebell on drums. And this was recorded in 1978 at the Tokyo Sun Plaza. The songs in this album are just phenomenal. It starts out with All Night Long, which is a really cool rock tune with a little bit of a triplet feel. Just a great opening number. The second track is one of my favorite Scorpion songs of all time, and that is Pictured Life. I just love that opening riff in that song. And the whole song is just a brilliant song, and the interplay between Rudolph and Uli is just amazing on this whole album. The next track up is Backstage Queen, and that just has a great rhythm section. I just love the interplay between Uli and Rudolph on that, and Klaus's singing is always amazing. Polar Nights is just an amazing Hendrix-y kind of song, and on this live version he really transcends like the studio version by a large margin. I mean, he's just playing all sorts of cool stuff. Getting in there and just rocking the Strat with some nice effects on there. Just brilliant playing. The next song, In Trance, is just a brilliant vocal from Klaus, and it has just an amazing guitar melody at the end of the song. It's like in the Dorian mode. It goes like this. I just love that. That's just great songwriting. The next song, We'll Burn the Sky, is one of my favorite Scorpion songs also. It's just a great song about loss, and the melodies and the guitar playing from Uli and the singing from Klaus are just brilliant. Definitely one of their best songs ever. And I actually heard a young Yngwie Malmsteen cover this in Sweden. There's a video of that on YouTube that if you guys like Yngwie, I definitely recommend checking that out. The next song, Suspender Love, is a fun rock song with some nice interplay between Uli and Rudolph in the rhythm section. Just a really fun song. The next one's a reworking of a song that appeared on Lonesome Crow, and that is In Search of Peace of Mind. If you haven't heard the Lonesome Crow album, I really recommend that. In fact, Michael Schenker plays amazing on that album. I think he was like 15, maybe 16 at that time, and he plays the Gibson through a Marshall and gets an amazing tone. And you can hear all the Jimmy Page influence in there and Leslie West that he talked about, some Ritchie Blackmore. In fact, his tone in a way reminds me of Alex Lifeson's first album with Rush. Just a great, document of early Michael Schenker. And the songs themselves sound kind of like a little bit like Deep Purple Mark I. So it's really a great album to check out if you're a fan of Schenker. The next song, Fly the Rainbow, is the title track from the first album, and the live version is just incredible. I mean, the middle, Uli just creates such an atmosphere and a mood, and he plays all sorts of just amazing double stops and really cool Hendrixy kind of things. When I was a young player and I got this album, I'd just listen to it and wonder, how's he doing all that? Just brilliant playing. The next song is one of my favorite rockers on the album. It's He's a Woman, She's a Man. Such a fun song. I just love that one. And then it's followed by Speedy's Coming, which is another great kind of Hendrixy opening break from Uli Roth. And it's definitely one of the most popular songs from that era. Just a great song. And then top of the bill is a track from in Trance. It has some nice power chord stuff that kind of reminds me of some of the stuff that they would do in the 80s with the more power chord things from Rudolph. And then they do a Hound Dog Long Tall Sally jam, which is really cool to hear the band let loose and hear Uli playing some of that kind of straight ahead rock and roll stuff. Great, great fun. Steam Rock Fever is one of my favorite tracks. It has that really cool kind of Phrygian kind of feel. Very cool. I really like that one a lot. And then Dark Lady is another one off In Trance, just a very cool song. In fact, that's probably one of my favorites off of In Trance and kind of the song that really got me into the early Scorpions. And then it's followed by the Japanese traditional song, I believe it's Kojo Natusuki, if I'm saying that right. Just a brilliant song, and there's a wonderful melody from Klaus. Just a beautiful melody. Klaus sings that so perfect, and then Uli comes in and just does it on the guitar, and it's just, it gives me chills. And actually Yngwie, I believe, would do that in Alcatraz when he was in Japan during the live sentence recordings that they did for that album and the video. Amazing stuff. And then the last song on the track is Robot Man, which is another early favorite of mine from the In Trance album, a nice rocker. So overall, this album is just a must-have for any guitar player. I mean, I listen to this all the time. If I need inspiration or I feel like I'm in a rut, I throw this on and grab my guitar, and it just always sets me free. I love the photographs on it. In the front, you have Francis Buchholz and Rudolf Schenker in a really cool pose, and then you got on the back Klaus. And then on the inside, we got some great photos of them in Japan, some great live shots. This is the original pressing, the one that they released in 1978. In fact, on the back it says it's available in stereo, 8-track, and cassette, which is kind of neat. But just a great album overall. I recommend it for any guitar fan. Tokyo Tapes, Scorpions. If you'd like to hear more of this kind of stuff, please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun posting this kind of stuff on my channel, and I look forward to doing a lot more in the future. So thanks a lot, and have fun picking.